Hi, everybody. It's Michelle Hill, your legacy builder at Winning Proof, and I'm here for another episode of Winning Proof Unscripted. Today, I have a super special guest, and I'm so excited to talk to Brian, but I'm going to read his bio before I introduce him, and then we can jump right into the questions. And the bio is long, so stay with me because it is really compelling. Executive Chef Brian Pancir is a culinary and business graduate with 25 years in the food service industry. His master chef training has inspired techniques and flavors that have brought new light and a breath of fresh air to the industry. With knowledge and true passion for the industry, Chef Pancir is currently the chairman of the culinary department, always enjoying giving back to students at the Star Culinary Institute. Chef Brian has published wild game recipes and European-inspired food recipes and will soon release a new cookbook with an outdoorsman inspiration. That's exciting. An award-winning chef, he is a culinary innovator known for producing high-quality creative food. Chef Brian is known as the New York Yankee chef, as he has been cooking for the players of both clubhouses and Yankee executives for many years. Yankee Stadium, Cowboys AT&T Stadium, and I have to give a hoorah because I'm a Cowboys fan from way back. FedEx Field, new Meadowlands, and Petco Park have all been influenced with Chef Pancir's kitchen designs and high-end menu creations. He has hosted and catered numerous functions, including high-power executives and official head of state dinners for leaders of 22 nations, as well as, and here we go with a list. This is a list. As well as NBC, Regis and Kelly, CBS, NHL, NFL, Super Bowl, Budweiser, Paul McCartney, PGA US Open, US Tennis Open, Goldman Sachs, Ford, Chevy, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, GMC, Tommy Hilfiger, DKNY, Ann Taylor, Metallica, Lady Gaga, Manchester United, IBM, George Bush, Bill Clinton, Nike, NASCAR, Food Network, Facebook, Sony, and many others. Wow. So Chef Brian is currently contracted as a private chef for 23 A-list movie celebrities while they are filming or vacationing in the tri-state area. So while I rest, Brian, welcome. Thank you so much. And you are coming from Costa Rica.
Yes, Costa Rica. Yes, beautiful weather today. I don't know where you're located today, but yes, Costa Rica, 85, beautiful, sunny. Yes,
beautiful.
It is the rain. We just finished the rainy season, so I just got here prior to this rainy season. So,
well, it looks like a beautiful background, and
yes.
I'm glad because after reading your bio, I can't wait to jump in with the questions. And of course, I want to start at the beginning. What made you want to become a chef, and when did you know you wanted to become a chef for life?
Grandparents owned a farm, an operational farm, from livestock to crops. And at the age of 6, every summer I'd go there from the age of like 3. My parents would just drop you off. It's a European way. The kids would just get dropped off and the grandparents would have you for the whole summer. And so from there, out of my other two siblings, they didn't take into it. I did, into them cooking, my grandparents cooking and raising animals and slaughtering the animals or harvesting animals and bringing like farm to table. Exactly what it was, farm to table. And at the age of 6, I told my grandparents I was going to be a chef. My family said I was crazy, and they were all in construction and this and that, and they were all unionized. And like, what are you thinking? I'm like, no, I'm going to become a chef. And I followed my own passion, followed my own dreams.
Okay. Wow.
Here I am.
A whole lot of years later, but you know what? You don't look any worse for the wear, and it has set well on you. So it has agreed with you, the whole lifestyle of being a chef, and it's not a normal lifestyle, is it?
No, hell to the no. No, a normal lifestyle? No. Becoming a chef or just working as or executive chef or a high power or having some kind of authority in the culinary industry is very high stress. Most people are alcoholics or degenerates or become drug addicts, and the people who don't prosper in this industry. I guess I'm prospering, but I always want more. Who doesn't want more? This is what they love or passion of the industry.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Yes, and it's a whole lot of night work, correct?
Yeah, holidays, nights. You lose your social life, and I lost my first marriage for me following my passion and my dream. But things happen. Things happen for a reason, and I'm still chugging along.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I know it's not a lifestyle that everybody can adapt to for sure. So share a little bit about where you were trained and what that was like being in one of the, I mean, A-list classical, wonderful chef academies.
I went to Le Cordon Bleu in Paris. I was there for 4 years. I got my business finance degree in St. John's in New York prior. Then from there, I've always worked in restaurants, but from there I jumped and went back to Paris, and I understudied some of the best chefs in restaurants, and got tortured by some of the best chefs in restaurants in the industry, which made me who I am now, and I appreciate learning from a lot of these guys, and a lot of these screamer and hollerers, or some of these very mellow demeanor people, and it just made me see who I want to be in this industry. But yeah, Paris 4 years, and I still speak an ounce of French.
No, well, that's one of the, if not the best chef school institute in the world. It's where all the other, I know there's a whole bunch of other Le Cordon Bleus around the world, but Paris, France is it.
The creme of the creme. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So you've been doing this 25 years. There has to have been some challenges along the way. Did you ever burn anything?
Burn anything? Set things on fire, burn things. Yes, but never during service. It's always during like prep, right before our service started. So thank God I was always blessed not to get one of the chefs that I worked for back in the day. Getting something thrown at me for torching something or burning something. But during service, never. I've always had that knack and always had this thing. I'd undercook something maybe here and there, but never burn. I'm just very meticulous about burning.
Well, that is really good. Like really good. It's better if it happens in practice.
Yes, it does.
Than it does on the table. Yeah. So as a business person, what challenges have you come across? What challenges have you overcome in this industry? Because I know there are many challenges.
Challenges in this industry, especially during the pandemic. I was opening a restaurant, and I partnered with the gentleman, and he had 50 years in the industry, and I had 25 years in the industry, and we opened up a restaurant in West Village during the height of the pandemic. New York City, everything shut down, and just having enough, I guess they call them silver balls, to slap them against the wall to open up
I'm having a little trouble hearing you.
So opening up the restaurant during the pandemic was definitely one of the biggest challenges so far in this industry. New York City shut down. Me and a partner, we opened up a restaurant, and we went for guts, no glory. And the restaurant was doing well. Then we seen the way the direction was going and where we were located in the industry, and when we just went private events. We just geared ourselves more towards private events, which was a little heart-wrenching because I really wanted the restaurant to flourish, but the private events it's flourishing itself, but it's just a whole different beast, whole different avenue. But business is business, money is money. It makes the world go round, right?
Yeah, we can't do much of anything without it.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. But hence why I'm here in Costa Rica. I'm opening up a restaurant in a high-end eco lodge in the middle of the jungle. So
wow,
where there's risk, there's reward. Yes.
Can you share a little bit about that? Because I know a lot of people go to Costa Rica to live, there's a lot of expats there and for vacation. Can you
Yes,
share about that venture?
that venture is something that's been in the works for the last year. We got the land, and it was an existing eco lodge resort, and we just updated it for the last, I would say, 4 to 5 months, updating. And I'm here now. I've been flying back and forth from Brazil to here to Peru, consulting and working and building the restaurant in Costa Rica, buying stuff abroad and bringing it back to Costa Rica itself. It's very hard to get what you really need to create the kitchen that you want in Costa Rica. So challenges. It's just like opening up a restaurant in a Caribbean island. That's a challenge. It's like bringing your food abroad, and if that shipment doesn't come what you needed, then you have to create and transpire and be on your toes of what lies next. So chefs were always overcoming a challenge. Everything's a challenge for us.
That's what I have heard. Yes. One of my best friends has been a chef for years and years, decades. And there's always something, there's always pinch hitting. If ingredients aren't available, you have to kind of create ingredients and take them.
Oh, yes, you do. Someone calls out sick, then you're in. 2 people call out sick, oh, you're in. Yeah, you're covering 2 positions. So yeah, it's always a challenge. This industry is very, very challenging, but it drives me to overcome those challenges. I guess I'm the type of person that I couldn't be stagnant in one place or in a cubicle every single day making phone calls or sitting at a laptop. I'd probably jump off a bridge if I had to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're used to being on the move, what is the most rewarding thing about being a chef?
Rewarding is teaching people and giving them challenges that you would have or I would have in life. That they're young in this industry, and I've worked for chefs that screamed and hollered. I'm never that chef. I'm always laid back, always dancing, laughing, singing in the kitchen. And I love teaching people. I love showing what I've learned from others and just giving it back and watching them inspire in this industry. So now I watch my social media and I see one student owning a restaurant in Louisiana, another one in LA. It's just rewarding for me to see these things happen.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now, I have to ask you this because I am a foodie myself, but what is your favorite thing to cook? And now I know that is such a broad, after all your experience and everything, what is your favorite thing to cook?
I think my signal, I'm sorry.
Oh, what? Can you hear me?
You can't hear me.
I can hear you okay. Can you hear me? Hold on, everybody. Technology. Is it better?
Brian, you can't hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I can't hear you.
Oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what to do if you can't hear me. Okay. Is that okay? Is that better?
Speaker?
Yep. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Uh-oh, now you're frozen. Uh-oh. We might have to come back on here. Let me stop the recording. Let me pause it.
Yes.
Okay, so we had a little technical glitch because that's what happens in real life. So I was asking you, what is your favorite thing to cook? Do you have
See,
one favorite thing to cook?
I wouldn't say one favorite, and that's always a popular question, and
I know.
everyone asks. I'm at a barbecue. Hey, what's your favorite thing to cook? And I said humans. I'm Jeffrey Dahmer. No, I don't know what my favorite thing is to cook. Seafood, cuisine.
Okay.
It's easier. It's easier for people to ask, "What's your favorite cuisine to cook?" If people want to get educated on how to speak to a chef properly without annoying them, hey, what's your favorite cuisine that you enjoy doing? Me, it's seafood. Fruit de mar.
Okay.
Love, 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 love seafood.
Okay. That makes sense. And I'm sure I knew that question was you probably been asked that a million times, but I was looking for something like, meatloaf or
Hamburgers,
hamburgers.
which I love.
Yeah.
I love comfort food. I cook some of the best food in the world from Michelin star restaurants and everything. But I love, and my heart and passion is seafood, fruit de mar, and comfort food. Love comfort food.
Okay, yeah. It's always a winner. And one of my favorites that I order a lot is shrimp and grits.
I love, yes. My grits, I love brown sugar and a little bit of cinnamon with my grits and my shrimp.
Oh, yum. That
Yes.
sounds really, really good.
Sweet,
So,
sweet and savory.
yeah, sweet and savory. Yes, absolutely. Every time. So if somebody is, I don't know, whatever age, I won't say early 20s because I know people enter this industry at all ages, but what would you tell somebody who wants to enter the culinary field? What's the hardest thing and what's the easiest thing about it?
The easiest thing is to lie and say you know what you're doing, and it's just gonna and the truth is gonna come out when you're cooking it. And the hardest thing is to be humble, and just work your way up the ladder. Because if you don't work your way up the ladder and you just say you're a chef or a sous chef or a chef de cuisine, the truth's gonna come out and you're gonna get caught.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. So do you, after, doing all of these culinary adventures for all of that list that I read, all the sports teams, all of the political people, all of the stars, do you have, like, is regular life ever going to be a thing for you? Or do you like this arena?
I love regular life. I think regular life is my life. I don't put myself in a spotlight. I've always tried to keep myself out of getting written up or going on reality shows. And I know most of the celebrity chefs, and I go to their restaurants or I see them film on Food Network, but they just know I'm that guy. I'm the behind the scene guys getting stuff done.
Yeah, you like to fly under the radar.
I love being under the radar. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, that makes me even more thankful you're here today.
Yeah. Well, sure. People are telling me to stop being under the radar and finally get yourself out there. So I'm like, okay, I'll take baby steps. Here I am, baby steps.
For sure. So I guess, my last question was, what is exciting you right now about your career and the culinary world?
What's exciting me now is I'm doing a lot of projects in South America. I opened a restaurant in Brazil. I'm opening a restaurant in Costa Rica, and I'm opening a restaurant in Peru. So I'm leaping forward to maybe where my retirement would be close to a beach. Okay. But like right behind me, that's me. That the normal person. But that's what I want. I'd rather have my restaurant across the street, and I can go there and just lay there and relax, read a book.
Oh, yes. And can you share a little bit about your cookbook?
Sure. My cookbook is going to be outdoor inspired. It's I'm an avid hunter. I've traveled the world hunting. I'm not one of these guys that's going out shooting lions and elephants. I harvest anything that I'm going to eat, or I'm going to donate the meat to orphanages or whatever the case might be. So as I said, hunting around the world, and I've cooked everything I've ever wanted around the world, and I learned from South African tribes. I learned from New Zealand. I learned from Canadians that live in the deep in the heart of the Saskatchewan woods. how they're cooking and thriving and everything else. So I just take all that knowledge and I just inkling it to putting it to my own vision of a recipe and how to execute that and show people that venison or moose or bear isn't disgusting meat. It's amazing tasting meat, and just to broaden their horizons on their culinary knowledge and their taste buds.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Well, I know I have an NFL client that is an avid hunter, serious hunter. So I will let him know about your cookbook.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Great. Any parting words of wisdom about anything, the culinary world, about life? What have you learned about yourself from being
What I learned,
a chef?
I learned about myself that I'm a survivor, and I just keep on like a roller coaster has its ups and downs and it has its loop de doos, and I still have my seatbelt on and my roll and my arm bars down, and I'm still riding this roller coaster, whether I'm up or down. I just love every part of it. It just makes me thrive and want more and more and more. It's just another life challenge.
Yeah, yeah. I love that because I think, yeah, I definitely been on a roller coaster of life adventures. And, I think you learn the most from the dips and when you're down. That's when all the lessons are there. And then when you're riding high, you just enjoy those times.
Of course, yes. And you learn a lot when you're up there, but you learn more when you're down and when you're really down.
You sure
And you have
do.
and you have nothing, and you just build it all the way back up, and you perspire to want more and more and more. So
Yeah, there's a lot of wisdom in that sweat.
yes, there's a lot of wisdom in my chef jacket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, Brian, thank you so much for being a guest today and for sharing your time in Costa Rica and taking your time. I really appreciate it.
not a problem.
Okay. And where can people find you? Most important.
Um, but most people can find me on my social media. It's chef_Pancir, um, and that's an Instagram. And I'm always active on Instagram, and I will have live videos with showing me going through my cookbook processes, and I'm trying to work on another cookbook as well. So I'm getting out there slowly but
Awesome.
surely.
Wonderful. I'll put those and maybe you can send those to me, but I'll put them in the show notes as well.
Okay,
So
perfect.
yeah, I appreciate you and everybody else. I'll put my information in the show notes. I'm not going to take time to tell you who I am or what I do because you are all of y'all, as they say in the South, already
You all
know.
know.
Yeah. So until next time, thank you for watching another episode of Winning Proof Unscripted.